Match week 11 of the Premier League is over and it is time for the international break. But before the international break does begin, I'm going to run through the results and review the games from this weekend in the Premier League. Saturday we saw some incredible games, but Sunday was the big day where we saw two huge games go down in the Premier League and both games delivered. One game had more goals than the other, but that was to be expected. So today I've got 10 things we learned from this Premier League weekend, match week 11. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure to go ahead and click that like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure you also click on the notification button and become a part of the notification squad. Number 10. Entertaining draw. So to start off match week 11 of the Premier League, we had Stoke City face Leicester City and the game ended in a really entertaining 2-2 draw. Leicester City were on a 3-match winning streak and it was Peter Crouch's powerful header that ended that streak, as like I said the game did end 2-2. Leicester City took the lead on 33 minutes, but it was only 6 minutes later when Stoke City did equalise through Shaqiri and the game was at 1-1 at half time. In the second half, Riyad Mahrez put Leicester City 2-1 in the lead before Peter Crouch ended Claude Puel's winning start as Leicester City manager and the game did end 2-2. Number 9. Bournemouth stunned Newcastle late. A late winner from Steve Cook gave Bournemouth a 1-0 victory at Newcastle United as they moved out of the relegation zone. Newcastle started well with Matt Ritchie forcing a save from Begovic and then hitting a post while Dwight Gale's follow-up was ruled offside. But Bournemouth rallied and had a chance through Callum Wilson, but he did fire wide of the goal. But during stoppage time, Bournemouth found the goal to put themselves 1-0 in the lead and pick up an away win at Newcastle. With successive away Premier League wins for only the second time, Bournemouth climbed 3 places out of the drop zone, while Newcastle have dropped to 11th. Number 8. Burnley's incredible away run continues. Well, what a season Burnley are having so far. It was substitute Sam Vokes who was the hero for Burnley as they came away from St Mary's Stadium with a 1-0 win that sent them into 6th position in the table and a win against Southampton. After a first half where both sides threatened but failed to find a breakthrough, Burnley manager decided to put on Sam Vokes in search of a winner midway through the second half, and his move paid off in the 81st minute as Vokes headed in across past Fraser Forster into the bottom right corner of the goal, and the result sent Southampton into 13th position in the table. Number 7. Liverpool put 4 past West Ham. Mohamed Salah scored twice and Sadio Mane got 2 assists on his return from injury as Liverpool earned an entertaining 4-1 win over West Ham United, and things are just getting worse over at West Ham. The first Liverpool goal came in a swift counter-attack from a West Ham corner, Mane setting up Salah to score, and it was only 157 seconds later, Joel Matip made it 2-0 from close range from a Mane corner. After the break, West Ham pulled a goal back through Lanzini, but straight from kickoff, Liverpool scored again. This time, it was Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain who scored his first goal for the club. Salah made sure of the points when he was set up again by Sadio Mane as Liverpool returned to 6th position in the table. West Ham are now in the relegation zone yet again. Number 6. Bilic out. And I'm going to talk about it again. It feels like every week or every second week in the Premier League review show, I always talk about it. Is Bilic going to go? Is he going to get the sack? And with the international break coming up, I think it is time. Bilic may be getting the sack and won't be the West Ham manager anymore before the Premier League does return in about a week or so time. Number 5. Spurs push Palace aside. Song Heung-min's second half goal gave Tottenham Hotspur a hard-fought 1-0 victory at home over bottom side Crystal Palace. Wilfried Zaha had a good chance in the second half before Spurs took the lead on 64 minutes when the ball fell to Son on the edge of the area and he fired home with his left foot. Palace pushed for an equaliser, but Spurs were able to hang on for their 5th win in 6 Premier League matches, while the Eagles remain at the bottom of the table, 5 points away from safety. Number 4. Arsenal aren't good enough. It was proven in this game against Manchester City that Arsenal are not good enough to try and push for the Premier League title this season. It might still be in the early stages, we're only 11 games in, but at the moment Arsenal are not looking like they're even going to challenge for the title, as leaders Manchester City secured their 9th consecutive Premier League win with a 3-1 triumph over Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium. City went ahead on 19 minutes when Kevin De Bruyne beat Peter Cech with a low left-footed shot after a good 1-2 with his midfield partnership Fernandinho. Sergio Agüero doubled the lead with an early second half penalty, his 8th Premier League goal of the season after Nacho Monreal had brought down Raheem Sterling inside the area. A questionable decision from Arsene Wenger saw Alexander Lacazette on the substitute, but Lacazette did get substituted on in the second half. He actually pulled a goal back from Aaron Ramsey's pass, but another replacement, Gabriel Jesus, confirmed the victory from close range after a pass from David Silva, and the Spaniard's 7th assist of the season. The win takes City to 31 points already after 11 games, while Arsenal slipped down to 6th. Number 3, Morata gives Chelsea the 3 points. Alvaro Morata scored his 7th goal of the season as Chelsea earned a 1-0 victory over Manchester United at Stamford Bridge, and this is huge at the moment in the Premier League table because second spot in the table is still held by Manchester United, but it is so wide open at the moment. Bakayoko twice came close for the dominant hosts before Phil Jones' own goal was ruled offside by a push by Alvaro Morata. Marcus Rashford had a headed chance, but it was put over the bar. But on 55 minutes, it was Azpilicueta's pinpoint cross that found Alvaro Morata. And for the 5th time, the two Spaniards have combined for a goal for Chelsea. Marouane Fellaini and Marcus Rashford had chances for themselves late on in the game, but it is a win for Chelsea as they move within a point of Jose Mourinho's second placed Manchester United. Number 2, Everton win late. Leighton Baines scored a late penalty as Everton recovered from 2 goals down to beat Watford 3-2 at Goodison Park. The Toffees seemed down and out as 2 goals from Watford saw themselves 2-0 down, but it was Uma Noyes who capitalised on a mistake by the Watford substitute goalkeeper, and from that, Everton made it 2-2. It was Leighton Baines who won the game for Everton right at the death. Tom Cleverley had a chance to equalise in the 10th minute of stoppage time, but his shot was put wide. The victory takes Everton finally out of the relegation zone. And number 1, 8 points clear already. Manchester City find themselves already 8 points clear after 11 games in this Premier League season. They're on 31 points, they have a plus 31 goal difference, and they are killing it at the moment. I really can't see anyone coming close to Manchester City, and already after 11 games, it's crazy to think that they already have an 8 points gap between them in first, and second is joint level United and Tottenham Hotspur, with Chelsea 1 point behind them in fourth. Is this good run of form for City gonna come to the end, or are they gonna go ahead and be undefeated all season? It's something people are already talking about, City going ahead and being undefeated this season, and it's something we're all gonna have to wait and find out. But at the moment, it looks like no, nobody is gonna come close to Manchester City this season, but it is still in the early stages, remember that. But it is time to run through the Premier League results from match week 11. To start it off, Stoke City and Leicester played a 2-2 draw. Huddersfield defeated West Brom 1-0. Bournemouth had a 1-0 away win to Newcastle United. Burnley also had an away win against Southampton 1-0. Brighton defeated Swansea. Liverpool defeated West Ham 4-1. Spurs had a 1-0 win over Palace. City defeated Arsenal 3-1. Chelsea had a 1-0 win over Manchester United. And to round off match week 11, Everton defeated Watford 3-2. And we take a look at the Premier League table. Obviously, City sitting in first, 8 points clear of Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, who are level in second and third. We see Burnley in 7th, level points with Liverpool and Arsenal. They've had an incredible start to the season. In mid-table, we see Watford, Huddersfield, Newcastle United, and down in the relegation zone, we have Crystal Palace, Swansea City, and West Ham United, who now fall into the relegation zone, and we see Bournemouth and Everton jump out of it into 17th and 15th. And that is the 10 things we learned from this Premier League weekend. Match Week 11. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.